I love going out with different groups of friends because it's a different experience every time. I was out the other day with my BFFL, all right? And just to clarify the term for everyone there, since there seems to be a generation gap or two. When I say my BFFL, I mean my one black friend for life. So he comes up to me, he's like, "Yo, Naka, you see that girl over there? I'm the swag on her." And I was like, "You're gonna do what to her?" So I didn't know what that meant. So as those words entered my head, I tried to process it, tried to use context clues. Said, "I'm gonna swag on her." Okay? So I know for a fact that "I'm" is not a real word. Okay? And swag, all right, is that a noun? Is that a verb? I don't know. And then on her, I just hope she's gonna be safe by the end of it. You guys are like, "Oh yeah," you guys laughed up until I mentioned like nouns and verbs. You're like, "Oh yay, funny jokes." Oh fuck grammar. I'm a works. So he goes up, he's like, "I'm a swag on her." And he goes up to her, like how all my BFFLs approach girls. They're like, "Yo, sup girl, how you doing?" And they start going at it. And I've never been so dumbfounded in my life. I was just like, "Oh my God, swag." So I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna try this." So I go up to this girl and I was like, "Hey shawty, how you doing?" I didn't say that, but I totally did. I was like, "Hey shawty, how you doing?" And she turns to me and she's like, "Oh, I'm doing well, how are you?" And I was like, "Oh, I didn't know that there were going to be questions because, you know, because of swag." So I started to replay in my head what my friend was doing. So he's going up to the girl, he's like, "Sup?" And then I noticed the trick to it. He was glancing at his member. So he's like, "Sup, girl?" And she knows what's up. So I was like, okay, this could work out for me. So, and you guys are like kind of laughing because the guy's like talking to his junk. Guys, we're weird. We talk to our penis, hell, we even name our penis. You want to call it? Right? So, when it comes to naming your hoo-ha, you know, I know the girls in the audience are going to go to their guys like, "So what do you name your little man?" For starters, don't call him little. And two, this is one of those moments in your life, guys, that you cannot be honest with your girl. Because you can't be like, "I call it the Pussy Slayer 5000. That's how you get shitty names like Mr. Happy. And we do talk to our members. I can think of two situations off the top of my head. One when they're doing well, and they're like, "Yeah, good hustle in there, buddy." Or when you strike out for the night, you're like, "Man, sorry, Mr. Happy." So, I also like going out with my white friends. I like going out with my roommate. I've known him my whole life. I've known him for over 20 years, but I've never seen him dance, all right? Because what do you think could be more confusing than swag? White people dancing. She's not. She's like, "Yeah." Oh my God, I felt so bad for him. Are you okay? Traumatized? Don't worry, you gotta see my roommate dance too. Right? So I walked into the club and I started noticing, next time you go out, look around the audience, look around like the club to see what people are doing with their faces. Because most people, they'll sing along. But if they're not singing along, they have the weirdest faces on. I walk in and this guy had like this straight face and he was just like, I was like, I don't want to go near him at all. And then this friend next to him is just like, he's way too happy to be at the club. He's like, and I look at my roommate and he doesn't know anything, so he just like duck faces. He's just like, just like a kissy face. And I was like, all right, that's as sexy as it's getting tonight. And his eyes are like glassed over, so he had like this weird look, like he's angry and confused. It's like he's angry that he's confused, or confused that he's angry. So, you know, that's just full looks with this. And then, who's here seen that movie Hitch with Will Smith? Woo! I love Will Smith. But they teach you how to dance in that, how normal guys are supposed to dance. It's simple. And he's doing it right now. And he knows it. It's side to side, and he do it. So he knows my roommate knows he has to keep his arms at his sides, right? So he won't do like this chicken wing type shit, but he'll do this elliptical stuff. and then on top of that, to his credit, I'll give it, he can salsa, all right? But the rhythm is a bit off and heavy-footed, so it's just a lot of stomping. So if you put that together, that is the most terrifying thing for a woman to do. So there was a girl that's like, I'm a swag on her. Okay. White people can't do that. So he goes up to the girl, he's like, and that's essentially what it looked like. Obviously, he's not making the noise. That's the only thing that comes out of my mouth when I do that. So there was another girl that was about to come over, and I decided to put on my sexy dance moves. So I'm doing like one of these. And she's like, I actually wanted to go dance with your friend. And I was like, oh, sorry, Mr. Happy. Alright, guys, we've been freaking awesome.
Naka!